Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Front Porch Wisdom, Navigating Leadership Pressures and Barriers as a Woman of Color, by Froswa Booker-Drew, narrated by Janina Edwards. Forward. Natasha Sistrunk Robinson. When I first met Dr. Froswa Booker-Drew, I immediately understood that she was a connector, a well-resourced champion of women of color, and a leadership consultant with invaluable expertise, both formally learned and life-tested. We connected right away. Given our mutual passions and areas of expertise, I welcomed the opportunity to become one of her first readers and accepted the publisher's invitation to write the foreword for this book. You see, I, too, am a Black Christian woman and a leader's leader. Dr. Froswa and I have both had varied experiences of leading in the marketplace and doing important diversity and equity work before it was popular and then unpopular. We do this work because of our faith, commitment to justice, and to honor the Imago Dei in all humans. As an entrepreneur, both a small business owner and nonprofit leader who reads, consults, coaches, and mentors others, I am always looking for resources to share with my diverse clients and mentees. And I specifically seek out leadership resources that are not authored by white men and women because they do not face the same challenges in the workplace or in ministry that women of color do. So I am thrilled that Dr. Froswa's Front Porch Wisdom is being added to the growing canon of leadership books written by women of color. In Front Porch Wisdom, Dr. Froswa speaks as a leadership expert, mentor, and coach to all women of color, and as an auntie to the next generation of leaders. This is a FUBU offering, a book that is for us and by us. Dr. Froswa understands that Black and brown people have historically shown our strength and resilience by working and standing together as a collective, so she writes and speaks from that place of unity and communal uplift. With this collection of shared wisdom, Dr. Froswa reflects on her own leadership experiences while offering an intergenerational perspective for listening and learning. She is not afraid to address taboo topics that place women of color in the crosshairs of racism and sexism. She is not afraid to name or say the hard yet important things to women of color listeners about the systems or workplaces we inhabit and the types of people we must navigate along our leadership and professional journeys. I was intrigued by how the disparities shared in some of the case studies, along with the pressure to work twice as hard to get half as much, drove some women of color out of the workplace and into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart, and it is not for everyone. However, I hope these stories inspire some listeners to take more calculated risks or explore opportunities for multiple streams of income. It is my desire that this book be listened to broadly, for throughout it, Dr. Froswa provides cultural context and real-life case studies that are informative for listeners who are outside the people group to which she is speaking. Too often, we lack empathy for people's experiences when we have not gone through the same thing. But the book's case studies provide an invitation for personal introspection and corporate training to expose our blind spots, explore our preferences and implicit biases, and give us confidence to confront and speak out against microaggressions and address offenses when they do take place. The cultural context and case studies are important educational tools for those who hire, supervise, and work with women of color, and they are necessary considerations for all who seek to call themselves an ally, mentor, sponsor, or supporter of women of color. Writing as a Christian woman means that Dr. Froswa has included scripture throughout the book to inspire and center her listener, and the questions offered can be used both as a coaching tool and as spiritual practices for journaling, reflection, or group discussion. However, there is something else that I hope the diverse audience takes away from this book. I recall former First Lady Michelle Obama sharing her frustration for how often she observes men being given the opportunity to fail up within the workspace. In other words, some men, especially white men, can be given a leadership opportunity, completely blow it, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?